Welcome to Scott's Kitchen. Today we're gonna make some ginger cookies together. So the first thing I'm gonna do before I bake or cook anything is I'm gonna wash my hands. So I'll get my hands wet, and I'll get some soap, and I'm gonna scrub my hands, scrub the back of my hands, get between my fingers, and go for 20 seconds. Make sure my nails are clean, give my hands a real good washing, and then I'll rinse. And dry my hands on a clean towel. The next step I'm going to take is I'm going to preheat the oven. So I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And we're going to cook our cookies for 8 minutes. Now I'm going to mix together my wet ingredients. So I'm going to start by putting 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of unsalted butter into the jar. And I'm going to cream them up.
So I'll cream together the butter and the sugar using the stand mixer.
Next, I'm going to crack 2 eggs into the mixture. And then I'm going to add half a cup of molasses.
Then using the mixer again, I'll slowly mix together the wet ingredients to combine them. And then I'll increase the speed on the mixer to fully mix the wet ingredients together and make sure they're combined.
Now I'm going to combine the dry ingredients. So I'm going to take 3.5 cups of flour, and then add 2 teaspoons of ginger, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cloves, and a half teaspoon of salt. And once I have all that in together, I'll mix it with a whisk.
A whisk is a baking tool that is used to blend together ingredients into a mixture.
Slowly I'm going to add some dry ingredients a little bit at a time to the wet ingredients, and then mix slowly so it doesn't spill all over my kitchen.
And then we'll mix together the wet and dry ingredients in the mixer and slowly add more dry mix until it's fully combined.
Now we'll take some dough and roll it into 2-inch balls. Now that I've formed the dough, I'm going to take some sugar and I'm going to sprinkle a bit on my working surface, and I'm going to roll each ball in a light coating of sugar. When I finish that, I can put it on the baking sheet.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to bake 12 cookies today. Can you point to the side with more? Is it the side on the left with the cookies on the counter, or the side on the right with the cookies on the baking sheet? Did you choose the side on the right with the cookies on the baking sheet? If you did, you're right, because 8 is more than 4, and 4 is less than 8. Let's keep baking.
Now that the oven's up to temperature, I'll take my cookies. I'll place them in the oven and set the timer for 8 minutes. And hit start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's time to take the cookies out. Now that the cookies have had time to cool on the cookie sheet, I'm going to transfer them from the cookie sheet to the cooling rack.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We baked 12 cookies today. Can you point to the side with less? Is it the side that's closest to me, with the cookies still on the cookie sheet, or is it the side further from me, with the cookies that have already been transferred to the cooling rack? Did you choose the side closest to me, with the cookies still on the cookie sheet? If you did, you're right, because 5 is less than 7, and 7 is more than 5.
Now that I've given them time to cool, I get to do the most fun part, taste test. They're perfect.
Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Scott's Kitchen. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you have a suggestion for a new episode or have any questions, please leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe and be notified of new episodes once they're released, or browse the channel for other episodes to continue baking, cooking, and learning with me. Thanks for watching!